They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From midfield, here's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Oh, what a juke into space. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going on the ground, it's White. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. Now it's Brady. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And then he goes with a juke. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Rip right, 47. Hey. Mike, let's pick it up. It's out of time. Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing now is Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Kareem Martin in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Dante Hightower on the stop. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Let's go. Check 52. Switch.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
55, Mike. Hey, man. Watch the ramp. Hey, wahoo.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish it.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 20, 10, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for New England. 42 yards. Brady going to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. First down, here's White. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Brady. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Kareem Martin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Brady now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run with Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
6 guys, check 6.
On first down, Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On second down now, Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. from the gun on third down. Murray gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A final shot before half from Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Kareem Martin up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's White, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Hurdles over him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 50. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 82 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 34-yard line.
On second down, they'll run with White. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now third down and 3.
On play action, it's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. 12 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Come to Endon. 2 right here. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Run.
Murray now on first down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Complete to Saquon Barkley.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Ready, ready. 21, check Mike 21. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Check
from the red zone. Here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now from Murray. Buying time to his left. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Wait, that 380. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, Alabama.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's 3rd and short. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 8-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go to Barkley again. He's going to have the first down past the 20 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Murray now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 40 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if some guys, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Well, we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his third season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown Patriots. Philip Dorsett, 33 yards as they are able to cut into that lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Safety's creeping.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots' 30.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Murray. That's complete left side to Shepard. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver. He was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 46
29, Alpha.
36. And let's get this. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Shadow. Hey, Foxtrot.
Shadow.
Now this time, Brady will throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. A 3rd down gain of 19. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was a Super Bowl MVP last season. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
5 down. Stand up
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.